mystical. My soul leapt to greet it, touched by something inexplicable, a longing, a yearning so deep, I wanted to make those sounds, sing those phrases, rhythms and melodies. I stood, unable to move, falling in love with words that had been taught long lost, flowing, weaving, awakening, not understanding the meaning, curling and dancing around me. Kernow, a language, a gift I had never been given. My birthright denied, for our language had diminished, died. I wondered, was it lost in some dark corner, dust-covered, hidden, scattered along the edge of bays and hidden chambers fading, year by year, day by day. Kernow, a language of community, stories, fairy tales and charms. The sound of the fisherman, the smuggler, the miner, farmer and mother. Did they mourn their lost words of love and life, like a distant memory across the years, or hunger deep like half-forgotten grief? Yet stories and lies had we been taught, smoke and mirrors which stood for naught, tales of a language faded away, discarded, forgotten. In truth, Kernow was torn asunder from the hearts of men who marched, denounced by church and king, independent spirit, with souls burning bright, rebellious, dark-headed outlaws, fighting in a class war. A language stolen, one throat at a time, from men on their knees. How they must have feared our Kernow cry to sentence unarmed Cornish men to die. What is it they lacked in their hearts? Why this desire to break us apart? A new language forced down throats of children who spat sour words of anger and hate. Our language was not theirs to take. Kernow was our spirit reaching into our soul, the beating pulse of the Cornish, the sound of connection, the voice of home. And yet, Kernow slept only, for embers burnt on. All that rises and falls, rises anon. Across Kernow, from farmyard to seashore, time turns and tumbles and ancient voices rumble. Timekeeper, heart healer, knowledge giver. Who were the centennials, the gatekeepers? Passing ancient texts, hand to hand, hidden, unbound. The most simple and powerful revolution to save the Ordinalia. 500 years on, and Plan Glory stands, and here we perform, connecting to the heavens, earth and land. We are the remembering, through time and tide, to the voices of those men who died. It is time for the Ordinalia to play once more. Let the Kernow war cry sound from Curaçao to Ponce Tamar. Our language is no longer bound. Speak out in ancient words, cough them up from hidden places, chant and croon in full-throated liberty. Sharpen your claws and tongues, dance, shout and sing, and celebrate as Ordinalia takes wing.
Yep, nearly ready. Yep, fine. Yep, nearly. Hold on. Counting down. Yep. Sorry, just tell me when we're live. When we're live? Yep, nearly. Hang on. Just coming. Yep. Hold on. Add. Thank you. 2, 1. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bong. Good afternoon. News just coming in of some unspecified activity in the universe. Reports of unidentified matter, possibly atoms, amoebas, particles, sensed evolving and multiplying at varying speeds at different locations, moving, morphing, and bringing about some big questions. We wonder. Later, we shall ponder upon the following. Just what is happening? Where did it all begin? And when will it end? What is life? And just who or what am I talking to? Am I really here? Am I actually alive? More on this breaking story directly. Da 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 bong. These children come from heaven, with our newly blessed. Their memories are awake still, their heroes have not slept. How long can they remember the places they came from? How long can sorrow live in their hearts and warm them like the sun? Can others who come near them know they will lead the way? Then guide them to remain themselves so innocence can stay. The glory of the newborn who chosen to a child. But as the child becomes an adult, that innocence turns wild. If we help them to remember the purpose of their birth, they'll know the meaning of their life, acknowledge their self-worth. The leaders of our future have bodies very small. But if we listen with our hearts, then they can guide us all. Love them with a love that's true, and see their inner glory. Then they'll know that they are safe to share their lifelong story. For fresh is their remembrance, is the truth we seek to find. The pain has made us deaf, and fear has made us blind. We'll protect them from the fate that we ourselves have suffered. Then know that from the harm of life, our love has kept them buffered. We welcome all our that love will show the way to open up our hearts and minds to see a brand new day. To open up our hearts and minds to see a brand new day.
Should just give me a bit more warning. 5, 4, 3. Sorry, glasses. Sorry, 3. Just tell me, is it still the ads? Sorry, what? Yep. Coming through. These are what to do. Yeah. And go. Da 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 bong. Good afternoon. Noon. In other news, neighbours have congregated to protest about a large and unsightly construction currently being constructed. The offending item, constructed of wooden panels, is causing distress to the neighbourhood with a record number of complaints. Noise pollution and diminishing light top the concerns. Mrs. X said, "I've had countless sleepless nights due to the constant sound of sawing and hammering." Mr. Y said, "'Tis not right. Why anyone should need something so humongous is beyond me." And little Johnny added, "I asked nicely for my ball back when I accidentally kicked it over the wall. But now that wall is as high as the sky." The council has declined to comment on this matter, previously stating it is a domestic issue to be resolved calmly and sensibly by those involved. The chief constructor of the construction, a Mr. N. Ower, appeared to give a somewhat incomparable incomprehensible response to the growing number of complaints. Bah ha ha, moo, moo, nay, nay, said a selection of spokespersons. A further request for information was greeted by buzz, buzz, eor, eor. A reputable translation is yet to be sourced. Is yet to be sourced. No, I didn't understand a word of it. No, I think it's mostly a sort of bovine language. I don't know. No, I'm not fluent in farmyard. No. We're still rolling. Oh, right. Sorry. Da na na na, da 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 da, bong.
Animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 2 by 2, the elephant and the kangaroo. They all went into the ark out of the rain. All way into the ark to get out the rain.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children. black. God's gonna trouble the water. Well, they've come a long way and they ain't going back. God's gonna trouble the water. Come on away in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. My God's gonna trouble the water. Well, see those children dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. Well, they look like the children that Moses met. God's gonna trouble the water. Come on away in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. My God's gonna trouble the water. Well, see those children dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. Well, they look like the children of the Israelites. God's gonna trouble the water. Come on away in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. My God's gonna trouble the water.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-da-na, bong. Good afternoon. More breaking news. More breaking news. Quayside news. After a disappointing night on the water, local fishermen were left fixing their near empty nets. The arrival of a friendly traveller seemed to turn the tide. Fisherman A described how the stranger had something about him that made you want to listen to his words. He persuaded me to take out the boat again. He was like a good luck charm, for I had the biggest catch ever. Fisher B added, "It seems stranger things have indeed happened at sea." Oh, well, let's just hope the farmers have a visit from this mystery man, and just as much good fortune with their potato crops. To make chips to go with all those fish. Da-na-na-na, da-da-da-da, bong. Ami Ortegen Zenji, Ami Amors, Ami Amors, Ami Amors and Lazy, Mia Gloas and Tros and Cuscus Mimus, Vos mia truvias, epes pros novelosio, ole voluntam listra, ami urthegen zengi, ami amors, ami amors, ami amors lazy, mia gloas, mia glos, and tros on cuscus minus, vos mia truvias, et pes pros novelosio, ole voluntam listra, ami urthegen zengi. I aren't sure if there's a God. He never showed himself to me, but I shall keep an open mind. So long as lobsters swim the sea, it might be Neptune or Poseidon. I don't care what name he's got, so long as I can stand beside him. When I'm hauling up that pond, they say that heaven's in the clouds, and hell is down below the sea. But till I see a lobster fly, it's the other way for me. Don't bother me how deep the sea is, or if the water's boiling hot. If I can spend the life hereafter with a lobster in a pot.
Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, sometimes my heart begins to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Oh, sometimes my heart begins to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when the sun refused to shine? Were you there when the sun refused to shine? Oh, sometimes my heart begins to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when the sun refused to shine? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid them in the tomb? Whoa, sometimes my heart begins to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they laid him in the tomb?
Not only do we mistranslate words, but we can misunderstand each other. Human connection can get lost in translation. We peer out through personal ideas and projections. I can't be you, and you can't be me, so how do we get to be as one with each other? We all taste and feel, laugh and cry. We are the same on the inside. And we don't need a crucifixion to crucify. Mother Nature cried that day, in his name, in his pain. You can hear her sobbing each time someone suffers. We know not what we do to ourselves and to each other. Lost in translation are the ways of nature. The rivers are polluted. They are the blood. The forests are amputated and sold for gain. They are the lungs. The land is ripped open, pillaged and used. This is the body. The animals have been reduced to slavery. They are the heart. The skies are no longer pure. This is the mind. Lost in translation are the words of many. Like those calling for freedom, like those on their knees praying for salvation. The stories in history are also today's ones. If we could live forever, maybe we could make a difference. But we get to keep the knowledge of the elders on paper, so we don't have to make the same mistakes forever. To know that there's always more to know. To let go of what we think we know, and listen to each other. Building bridges, not crosses.
Is that the outside broadcast? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. I think there's a 4-minute ad break. Juice with no additives. Eco-friendly toilet cleaner. Oh, there's dog food, yes. Excellent and running. Da 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 bong. Good afternoon. Angels, winged creatures, visual representation of celebration and commemoration, or something more otherworldly. In tonight's Late Night programme, we shall be exploring the role of these fantasy figures, debating the pros and cons of wings, discussing the practicality of full-length floaty workwear, investigating the challenges and demands of seasonal winter employment, and the often precarious safety issue of working at heights. So, join us later for our special report. There's much more to me than sitting on top of the Christmas tree. Da 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 da. Bon. Is that it, Jonathan? We're out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, great.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry